Hey guys, I've been playing Persona 4 Golden in real time for the last 312 days, which brings us on to today, February 17th, day 313. Now, there's currently a over 1 month time jump in Persona 4 Golden, so in the meantime, we're going to be playing through Persona 4 Dancing All Night, and getting to see some more memories that we made before leaving Inaba. So, today we're going to be playing through from chapter 1-1 to chapter 1-4, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, let's go ahead and start the chapter. Production company Takura Productions, Practice Studio. About half a year has passed since we solved the case that took place in the peaceful rural town of Inaba. Summer vacation has been over for a while, but the heat still clings. Today we had come to a certain production company's office for a particular purpose. So I haven't played this game before, but it sounds like today is going to be all visual novel, so gonna be a lot of text, but we'll get through it.
It's past time for our lesson.
I mean, getting to spend more time with the cast of Persona 4 Golden, can't pass that up. Upon saying so, Naoto looks up at the clock on the wall. Naoto Hiragane. She's an underclassman and 1 year younger than me, but she's a detective in 5th generation of the distinguished Hiragana family. When I first met her, she had problems with how others saw her and presented herself.
No text or voicemail from her. What about you?
How was I supposed to read that?
It seems. I wonder if something happened. But in that case, I think you'd be the first one Rise-san would contact, senpai.
Rise Kujikawa. She's an underclassman a year younger than me. Like Naoto, she's a teen idol famous across Japan working under the company Takura Productions. Just like Naoto, she had her own issues to deal with. When we first met her, Rise had been on a hiatus from her work as an idol. However, the year we spent together helped her grow. She's currently in the midst of making her comeback to showbiz. Actually, Rize's comeback is essentially the reason ordinary high school students like us are here in the first place.
Should I give her a call?
No, we can wait a little longer.
Okay, let's go ahead. Let's turn off that auto advance. And I'm gonna have to manually hit A every time a voice line ends. But at least I don't have to rapidly read through those walls of text when they come up.
It's us who are imposing on her time. Or rather, it's me.
My finger hovers over the call button, but I stop at Naoto's words and put my cell away into my pocket. It's true, Rize must be very busy. It may be better to wait a bit longer and see what happens. Just as I'm thinking this, Naoto moves onto another conversation topic.
This still seems so hard to believe. For me, of all people, to be standing in a production studio awaiting dance lessons.
I couldn't
I
have
mean,
pictured
Naoto
it
did
either.
come a long way.
If it wasn't for Rise's comeback performance.
The Love Meets Bonds Festival. They're calling it LMB for short, correct? It seems to be a momentous occasion. I've heard TV crews will be there on the day of the concert.
That's right, we'll be participating as backup dancers in a performance at LMB, the debut show for Rize's comeback. Of course, Rize aside, we're all just amateurs. We're going to need a lot of practice before we can handle a real show. So far, our practice has been extremely rigorous, and it's still continuing on now.
Ballroom dancing I could have managed.
I mean, we nailed it at that
I'm
Juness
entirely
concert, so
useless
I
at
think we can
this.
do decently.
I felt much more at ease fighting monsters in a strange world than I feel here.
Oh man, I'm super late. I'm so sorry.
Rise-san! Oh, thank goodness you're all right.
My last meeting just wouldn't end. Were you two waiting long?
Let's say not that long.
No, it wasn't that long.
Really? I was pretty late, so I figured you'd be mad.
We don't hold it against you. With the music festival right around the corner, you must be overwhelmed with all the preparations. After all, it's not just we two you've been supervising. I've heard that you're making time to give lessons to the others in Inaba as well.
As Naoto says, we three aren't the only ones of our friends who will be participating in this Love Meets Bonds festival. The members of the investigation team, our friends who helped solve countless cases in distant Inaba, will be performing at this festival as well. Yosuke, Shie, Yukiko, Kanji, and Teddy. Even now, the 8 of us are practicing our dance moves daily. Though Rize is busy with work, she's been going back and forth between here and Inaba to help teach our friends in the country.
Well, everyone's pitching in to help me. Senpai, Naoto-kun, my friends in Inaba. I want all of us to be our absolute best on stage, so I'll do whatever I can to help achieve that. But man, the festival producer's been a real pill about it. Just a minute ago, she was going on and on about throwing our money away on amateurs. It was like I wasn't in the room. I was seriously seeing red. We'll show her. We're gonna pull this off whatever it takes, and then she'll see how amazing all of you are.
You're a true professional. My hat is off to you.
You know it. So you can't slack off either, Naoto-kun. Come on, let's get this rehearsal start.
It's always odd to me when they like get cut off, but subtitles, it's like, oh, now I know that they're gonna get cut off. The studio door opens, cutting off Rize's words. The man poking his head through the doorway might be the only other friendly face here besides Rize in this unfamiliar studio.
Inoue-san, what's up? Wait, is that you, Nozomi? Oh my gosh! Hey girls, it's been forever!
The man called Inoue gives a smile and enters the room we're in. There are a number of girls behind him, but I don't recognize any of them.
I'm sorry to interrupt your practice, Yu-kun and Naoto-kun.
Ah, Rise-san's manager.
Could you spare a moment of your time? There are some people I'd like to introduce you both to. They're another idol group with Takara Productions. They'll be performing at LMB too. Allow me to introduce Nozomi Nakahara, Tamami Uesugi, Sumomo Ujima, and Tomoe Sayama.
Yeah, I'm not gonna remember those names.
These are the next generation of idols, following in Rise-chan's footsteps.
I see, so they're Rize's juniors. The four girls, clearly all part of the same group, smile at us, dressed in matching costumes. This isn't good. I'm not an expert on the showbiz world to begin with, so there's no way I know about them. Is it rude to tell actual teen idols to their faces that I don't know them? If Yosuke were here right now, things would be different. However, backup comes from an unexpected place. Naoto is the one to speak up, previously lost in thought next to me.
I've seen them on TV before. As I recall, they're members of Kanami Kitchen.
Wow, Naoto-kun, that's right. You sure do your homework on this stuff. But it's just you four? Where's Kanami?
Kanami-chan's doing PR right now for her solo photo book that's out soon.
Kanamin Kitchen. I recall hearing that name. I see. They're the members of that group. If I remember right, they're a popular idol group made to center around Kanami Mashita, another of Rize's juniors. The four girls Inoue-san brought here make up the group Kanamin Kitchen, minus Kanami-san herself right now.
You know, Inoue-san, you've been pushing Kanami too much lately. I don't think having her take on every job she's offered is a good thing.
You don't mince words, do you, Tomoe-chan?
Well, I have to be direct.
It's a very,
LMB
like,
is just around the corner.
formal way
Do you
to be
understand
like,
that
oh,
I'm
you're
not
kind of,
behind on rehearsing?
getting, out of, like, a little too forward, aren't you?
Oh, I do. Trust me, I know how big that event is going to be for your group.
Hey, I want to do photo book work too. I want to model lots of outfits like cute swimsuits.
All right, Sumomo-chan, just calm down. If a job like that comes in, I'll make sure you get a crack at it.
Tomoe-san gives a weary sigh as Sumomo-san clings to Inoue-san like a pouting child. They're supposedly Rize's juniors, but I can't get a read on any of their actual ages. It's a little baffling. How old are they actually? If I'll be speaking directly to them, how polite should I be? While I'm thinking it over, Naoto, who seems startled by their presence in a completely different way, mutters, somewhat taken aback.
This is a bit overwhelming. It's like being in a room with 5 Rise-sans.
Oh yeah, that
Am I
is
that
a bit
like
much.
them? Is that what you think of your coach?
Oh, no, that wasn't my intent at all.
So this guy's you-san? Huh.
If I recall Inoue-san's earlier introduction, this aggressive girl must be Tamami-san. After walking over towards us, she looks into my face and stares intently at me. Did I do something to offend her? I mean, we'll be polite, give them the benefit of the doubt and say, nice to meet you.
I'm Yu Narukami. It's nice to meet you.
Whoa, listen to this guy.
Aren't you a tad too composed? You seem way too cool. I don't like it one bit.
Jeez, there she goes again. I'm sorry, Senpai. She's always quick to pick fights with anyone and everyone.
I see. So that's the kind of girl she is. When I nod at Rize's words, Tamami-san dramatically points at me. What now?
Just you wait, you-san. The next time I see you, I'll have a herd of boys with me. All of them better and dreamier than you. It'll be a boy trail that goes so far back you can't see the end. Like a goldfish's you-know-what.
I mean, goldfish aren't very big, so not the greatest metaphor. The air in the room goes frigid at Tamami-san's bizarre example. Was that intentionally awkward, or should I say something and back her up?
I'm sorry. Tamami-chan isn't very good at metaphors.
Hey,
Okay, I'm
just
glad
said
we're on the
you know
same
what.
page at least.
Are we not supposed to say goldfish poop?
Well, I don't think saying poop in and of itself would damage an idol's image. Though, when you go out of your way to avoid saying it like that, it just calls more attention to it.
Shut up! Jeez, get back, guys! Jeez!
Sumomo-san darts away as Tamami-san chases her, while Tomoe-san watches in exasperation. This suddenly became a sketch comedy. That's when the last member, staying next to Inoue-san, steps forth and smiles cheerfully. Her name was... right, Nozomi-san.
Come now, everyone. A lady should always be graceful. I'm pleased to meet you. I'm Naoto Shirogane.
It's an honor to make your acquaintance. I hope to make an impression on you.
I see. No wonder she's part of the same group as the other three. Nozomi-san seemed at first glance like someone you could talk to normally, as opposed to her colleagues, but it seems she won't be a cakewalk either. Naoto must have been thinking the same thing. When I look to her, she's desperately trying to relax her frozen expression as she responds to Nozomi-san.
Yes, well then.
Alright, that's enough, everyone. They're just amateurs, so try not to bother them too much.
Oh, it's no bother. We're fine. Right, Senpai?
Let's say that's right.
Yeah, it's no trouble.
Such a mature response. I like what I'm seeing.
Okay, that's enough. You two gotta know when to put the brakes on these girls. If you don't, you'll never hear the end of it.
Oh?
Who are these people anyway, Rise-senpai? And there's more coming, right? I heard they're your friends, but they're not your boyfriends, are they?
Of course not. I mean, how would that even be possible? But they are all important to me. They're my friends, more precious to me than anything.
For a moment, the four of them are at a loss for words upon hearing Rise. An odd silence settles. What's wrong? I don't think what she said was that weird.
Friends, huh?
That sounds so nice.
Then again, you could say you, Senpai, is special to me.
Ooh, is that so?
Is that so?
Cutting off my train of thought, Rise grabs my arm and clings like usual. I know she's just joking, but Rise, can an idol like you afford to do something like that in front of other people?
Rise-san?
Oh dear. Well, I guess if anyone can get away with it, it's you, Rise-chan.
That reminds me, Inoue-san. You're done introducing everyone, right? We need to get started on our lesson.
You're right. We ought to get going in that case. Everyone, let's break until the evening interview. Could you stay in your dressing room so I can come get you later?
Okay.
The members of Kanami Kenshin reply in unison and bow before promptly and smoothly filing out of the room. Maybe it's odd, but ever since I started coming to Takura Productions, I've seen a lot of people here automatically shift gears like this. They really are professionals. I suppose it goes to show that even these girls are entertainers through and through.
Please excuse us.
I feel like the script's being written by the production studio.
Oh yes! The TV spot for LMB is gonna start airing today. You should let everyone know. It'll be broadcast across Japan, so they should be able to see it in Inaba too.
Nice. Thanks, Inoue-san.
Inoue-san is the last to leave, and we're back to just the three of us in the studio. The sudden quiet is like the aftermath of a storm. Naoto mumbles, almost involuntarily.
A TV commercial. Well, that's what we filmed the other day, yes? It's really going to appear on TV.
Is it finally hitting you? That's right. All our smiling faces will be on TVs all across Japan. So there's no backing out of this now, okay, Naoto-kun?
Come now. You needn't say it like that.
I'll email everyone about the ad later. Let's get practicing.
I'm sure they'll be watching even if we don't tell them about it.
On that point, I agree. I doubt they'd ever miss festivities like this.
She has a point. I think of the faces of our friends in Inaba and can't help but smile. The Love Meets Bond Festival's TV commercial introduces all the participants of the event, so we all participate in that filming too. We're going to appear on TV, and this time it won't be on some bizarre program that only comes on at midnight. That does feel a little embarrassing, but it'll certainly be an exciting experience. Not to mention, my friends are even more attentive to this kind of thing than I am. They've probably already invited each other over and are waiting for the commercial's broadcast. The funny mental image brings a smile to my face.
The Love Meets Bonds Festival. Let passionate songs and dance echo across the world. In addition to this all-star cast, there will be special guests. The talented devilish idol, Rise Kujikawa. The meaty idol group, Kanami Mashita and Kanami Kitchen.
Come join us. At LMB Festival, we'll form a passionate bond with you all. Our meat's extra yummy, so...
Enjoy, everyone!
Oh, there we are! Where? Right there!
We have a huge sale on large flat screen TVs today.
Mommy, don't look at them.
That night, Rize, Naoto, and I were still spending our time on dance practice at Takura Production Studio. Okay, I think this is the start of chapter 1-2.
2, 2, 3, 4. Come on now, Tokun. Hey guys, let's stop for a bit.
This is intense. I didn't envision it to be this tough. It's all worked out in my head, but...
Well, there's your problem. You're thinking too much. You stiffen up like that. Some skill is necessary, of course, and you have to factor in the choreography too. But once you have that, all you need to do is show how you feel by moving with the music.
Is that how it works? You, Senpai, what do you think about when you dance?
Let's say I just have fun.
I don't think of anything, really. I'm just having fun.
That's how it should be. Dancing isn't just about moving to the rhythm. It's expressing yourself and your feelings to the people watching you. If you're trying to get across the message that this is fun, then us dancers need to be having more fun than anyone.
Expressing one's feelings, huh? That makes a kind of sense now that you explain it. In ancient times, dancing was a form of culture developed as a means of expressing one's faith and ideals without words. So then, it's not a matter of being good or bad at it. I must instead learn how to express myself without fear.
Come on now, Tokun. You're still overthinking it. It's like what Chie-senpai always says. Don't think, feel. In your case, you just gotta loosen up and enjoy yourself. Okay, let's try it from the top one more time.
Already? Can't we please, take a short break?
Rize's still raring to go, but it's clear to see that Naoto's legs are shaky, and she sounds flustered. A quick break might help. As I'm deciding how I can help the situation, my cell that I'd set off to the side begins ringing loudly and vibrating. Caller ID shows the name Yosuke Hanamura. Yosuke to the rescue.
It's Yosuke. I need to step out for a bit to take this.
Okay, then we'll start right after you come back.
Oh, I'm saved.
At least as long as this phone call lasts. Okay, I think this is the start of chapter 1-3.
Hello? Yosuke?
Yo, partner. Are you okay to talk right now?
Yeah, it's fine.
Good.
At the sound of the familiar voice on the line, I can't help but smile in relief. My partner in Inaba keeps talking in his usual careless, carefree tone.
Dude, we saw the commercial! We all gathered around the TV at Junes when it was on. Man, seeing that stuff got us all pumped up. Are we all celebrities now? Maybe I should start working on my autograph.
That might be a good idea.
Anyway, we're heading over there tomorrow. We leave first thing in the morning, so I'm sure we'll get there before noon. Just wait until you see where all our training has gotten us.
I look forward to it.
Even at our first practice, Yosuke surprised us all with his naturally deft moves. The videos that Rize's been recording only prove he's been getting better and better. It's been a while since then, so I'm sure he'll show us a dance as amazing as he says. Lost in thought, I pick up on what sounds like arguing on the other side of the call. It's already starting. I can easily picture what's happening on their end, and I end up smiling despite myself.
What the... Dude! Teddy, hold your horses! You'll get
I see.
So, hey!
Everyone still is trying so hard to
Hello, is this
get to
Sensei?
spend time
I'm
with
doing
me.
very well.
Oh yeah? I'm glad to hear that.
Teddy is a resident of the TV world that we met through the case we solved. Still, he's as important a friend as the rest of us. Right now, he lives at Yosuke's. Normally, he wears his trademark bear fur, and the local kids know him as the mascot of the department store Yunes. However, nudging by the tone of his voice, he must be taking his inner form as a young man right now. Sounds like he grabbed Yosuke's cell away, though. He might end up regretting that.
I bet it must be lonely without me there.
So,
But don't you
my
worry about
allergies
that.
have been really bad, so I'm feeling a little lower energy, and
Tomorrow to get married to you,
not
Sensei.
speaking as concisely
That should
or
be interesting.
Nana-chan
as
and Coach
clearly
coming too,
as I
of course.
usually do.
Let's
So,
see, what
apologies for
other
the
news is
inconvenience, but, you know, doing this in real time, I can't wait until I feel better and then record it. So, it is what it is, but let's doing what I can. On the other end, it sounds like Teddy turned around and a melodramatic scream rings out. I shift the phone a little farther from my ears. Business as usual. My guess is that Yosuke just got back up and saw Teddy with the swiped phone. I think I know them well enough to work out what will happen next.
Damn it, Teddy, I was still talking to him. No, Yosuke, violence isn't the answer.
Sounds like you two are still getting along.
What gave you that idea? Anyway, that's the gist of it. We're coming tomorrow. Tell Rise and Naoto we said hi. See ya.
See you tomorrow.
Huh? Are you done with the studio, Yukon?
I turn at the familiar voice and see Inoue-san standing there with a can of coffee in his hand. It seems pretty late already, though. Being the manager of a teen idol must be a pretty demanding job.
No, not yet. I was just taking a call.
Ah, I see. By the way, I'm sorry about the commotion this afternoon. Is Rise-chan still with you?
Yes, she's helping us rehearse.
That reminds me, I don't think I've thanked you yet. I'm still surprised that you agreed to perform. Would you like some coffee?
I graciously accept the coffee and answer Inoue-san's smile with one of my own. Agreed to perform, Inoue-san's most likely referring to backup dancing at LMB.
Thank you. We were surprised too. I never thought we'd be asked to perform with Rise in her comeback show.
Rise-chan insisted on it as soon as her spot at the festival was decided. As close as you all are to her, you're still just ordinary folks. To be honest, I was against it at first, but seeing you rehearse convinced me. I knew then this would be a great show.
Is that so?
I've been working in this industry for quite a while now, you know. I've developed a sixth sense as a manager. There's no question that Rise-chan changed after getting to know you all. She always had something special that shined from within. But I feel like that's been polished to an even brighter gleam. When Rise-chan's with you, she seems to glow even more than usual. That's why I decided to place my bets on all of you. Give you a place on the reborn Rise Kujikawa's big debut.
Say... Are we for contrast? Like, are they setting us up? Let's go ahead and stay optimistic and say we'll do our best.
We'll do our best.
I hope I'm not just putting more pressure on by telling you this. I'm serious though. There's no need to worry. We're professionals. If you and your friends give 100%, then we'll amplify that energy and put on a hell of a show for the audience. As your friend's manager, I'll give you all the support I can as well.
Inoue-san usually seems like a fairly stoic person, but when he talks about Rise, his face really lights up. I guess even as a competitive showbiz professional, Rise has that much charm. I'm filled with sudden pride and relief for both his praise of Rise and his confidence in us. I can only reply with a grateful nod.
Thank you.
Oh, I forgot I was in a hurry. I'll talk to the management, so go ahead and keep using the studio. Make sure you're not up too late, though.
I understand. By the way, what's your hurry?
Oh, it's probably nothing. Although, you haven't seen the Kanami kitchen girls, have you? Or someone that looked like them, maybe?
No, I haven't seen them. The only time I did was when you were introducing us.
That's all right then. I'm sorry if I said anything to worry you. Well, I should head to a meeting now, so I'll see you later.
I recall the 4 idols I met this afternoon as I considered the situation. They might not be on Rize's level, but they're big names for Takara Productions. It seems odd that Ino-san, the manager, would ask me for their whereabouts. He looks somewhat flustered as well. Could something have happened? As I puzzle over it, someone bolts in front of me and trips, flailing wildly. I mean, if I didn't know Teddy was an Inaba, I would have predicted Teddy, but... Oh, I was like, why is she barefoot? But there's her croc falling off. Seeing her skid across the waxed floor of the hallway, like a baseball player sliding home, catches me a bit by surprise. After an extreme fall like that, she might not be up to talking. Let's make sure she's okay.
Are you alright?
Face first. That really hurt. Oh, someone saw me. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Only all of it.
It's nothing. I'm fine. I'll leave. Quietly, calmly, and right away. And with that, I'm gone.
Okay, the sound effects guy is working overtime. The girl babbles on and on before she zooms off at full speed, like a clumsy tornado. What was that all about? She took quite a fall. Did she hurt herself? Actually, I guess I've been off the phone with Yosuke for quite a while now. If I make the others wait any longer, Rize will probably get impatient and get Naoto up and practicing again. If that happened, Naoto would definitely hold a grudge against me. It'd probably be best if I hurried back to the studio. Having reached a conclusion, I quickly head back with coffee in hand to where Rize and Naoto are waiting. I feel like I'm in a catch-22 because once I get back, then they're going to continue dancing. But if I don't come back, Rize's probably going to make Naoto dance anyway. Hey, oh.
Welcome back.
Here it is, the pre-LMB report. Wow, somebody's already uploaded the vid.
When I get back, I find Rize and Naoto in conversation while looking at their cell phones. Rize beckons me over, and I sidle behind them. Looks like they were looking at websites affiliated with LMB Fest. I look at the phone screen as well, and see a reporter with the 4 members of Kanami Kitchen we met this afternoon.
Sure enough, it's the girls we met earlier.
We're live with the members of Kanami Kitchen. Any comments for your fans?
Yes. Well then, I'm Tomoe Sayama, your soft lamb. I may be a bit gamey, but one bite and you'll be hooked.
You know, when an idol describes himself as gamey, that's when it's like, oh boy, now I'm invested. Now I'm hooked on this.
I'm Tamami Uesugi, your fluffy hen, and delicious to the bone. I'm always #1, and so's my soup stock. I'm interested.
Why do all the girls describe themselves as food?
You don't. I'll never speak to you again. I'm Sumomo Ujima, everyone's piglet. I'm a pudgy ball of fun who rolls around all day, every day. Yay! Come play, everyone. If you don't spend time with me, I'm gonna cry.
I am Nozomi Nakahara, your noble stag. As powerful as I am beautiful. My gallantry will sweep you off your feet.
Yeah, the reporter's, like, frozen face kind of sums up the awkwardness of this introduction.
This festival will be a special day for ourselves and you.
I see. It's an interview with the members of Kanami Kitchen since they're performing at LMB. In any case, that had quite an impact. Should we think of a greeting like this too? Please don't. My gaze drifts while I'm lost in thought, and Naoto mutters, sounding a bit overwhelmed.
Those are some unusual taglines. A lamb, hen, piglet, and stag?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if I was trying to do, like, a satire parody of their intros, be like, ooh, I'm a little pig. I like rolling in mud. It's like, one of them literally introduced themselves as a piglet, so it's like, I can't top that. It's already, like, more ridiculous than I can come up with.
There's so many idols nowadays, you won't survive if you don't stand out from the crowd. Though that's not the only thing they have going for them. The battle between the corrupt, impossibly demanding producer and the poor, hard-working idols. That's another angle they're taking that's got them a lot of their current popularity.
A corrupt producer? Is that a common problem in the world of showbiz?
Oh no, it's not actually like that. That's just another strategy to get them over with the public. Then again, knowing her, I have to wonder if there isn't some truth to it.
Is that so?
It's the same one who's the overall producer of LMB. It just goes to show that it takes all kinds in this business.
From Rize's description, it sounds like there are a lot of strategies like this in the showbiz world. Interesting. The reporter on screen moves towards an even more flamboyant girl standing behind the other 4 members.
Well then, let's finish up with a word to the fans from Kanami-san.
Oh, of course. Is Around Here okay?
I've seen her on TV before.
That's Kanami Mashita. She's the lead member of Kanami Kitchen. While I was on break, they started calling her the next Rosette. It's frustrating, but she's definitely hot right now. Even with my comeback, I keep wondering if I can come out on top anymore. Wait a sec. Okay, she's definitely had a boob job.
Hello, I'm Kanami Mashita, your prize cow. My meat is marbled, my movement is slow, and I sleep off every meal. Everyone, join me in wishing that the weather will be bright and sunny on the day of the festival. It's been hot lately, and we all get sweaty in the sun, so make sure you bathe.
I mean, I know the
Brush your teeth
group
while
is
you're
called Kanami Kitchen, but
you,
why can't they just be
Kanami.
chefs? Why do
And
they
I
have
take
to
it
be
you all
the
have
food
some
that's getting
closing
eaten?
remarks? Of course. Well then, everyone, on the day of LMB, our meat will be extra delicious. So, enjoy every last bite.
That's all for our pre-Love Meets Bonds Festival report.
Kanami-san wasn't with the group when we saw them this afternoon.
Inoue-san mentioned she was doing PR for her solo photo book.
To be honest, Kanami sells much more than the other 4. I mean, the group's named after her.
I've been feeling this way since filming the TV commercial, but all those appearing on stage for this event will be industry professionals, no? Maybe amateurs like us shouldn't participate in this after all.
There you go with that again. Don't worry about it. When it comes to outsized personalities, we're a match for Kanami's group.
I'm not so sure that's something to be proud of.
Me neither.
Okay, I'm glad we're on the
I said
same
you'll be
page on that
fine.
at least.
Anyway, it's getting late. Why don't we get in one last run through before calling it a night?
It's that late already? Yosuke-senpai and the others will be here tomorrow. We'll want to be as ready as we can for the joint rehearsal. Well, that being said, I'm utterly spent. Please, let me sit out on this one.
What? Seriously? Okay, then go ahead and kick back now, Tokun. You've still got some juice left though, right, you senpai?
You know, we're not gonna back down. Let's go ahead and say, of course.
Sure, I can keep going.
That's what I'm talking about. Give this last one everything you got. All right, you senpai. Let me know when you're ready to start.
Alright, I've already done the tutorial, so I'm not gonna make you guys just watch me play through, like, a very simple gameplay loop. So let's go ahead and skip the tutorial. But anytime we come across an actual song, I will play through it, and so we'll get to that when we get to it. I let the adrenaline from the dance fade and take a deep breath to calm my pulse. Today's practice tired me out, but it looks like I managed to dance through it. I don't want to sound pretentious or anything, but I think I've been moving a lot more smoothly lately. In the beginning, all I could hope for was to just get through the steps. Kind of strange that I'm getting used to this when it used to be such an ordeal.
Good job. We haven't been practicing long, and you've improved so much already.
Oh, that was amazing to watch, senpai. I must improve my own performance to match.
Okay, sounds like we're boosting the morale. At Rize and Naoto's praise, I smile in return, then take a moment to towel off. That's when I hear a slow clapping from the room's entrance. We all glance over.
Huh? Miss Ochimizu?
At Rize's words, my attention goes to a woman leisurely striding towards us. From her elegant, formal appearance, I get a sense of pride, dignity, and unmistakable authority. That demeanor, could she be the overall producer of LMB Fest that Rize mentioned? I mean, honestly, if they're not, and they make that so, like, pretentious entrance to do a slow clap from the corner of the room, I'm like, if it's someone that's just like, oh, I just walked by, I'm gonna be a bit disappointed.
Something? We're in the middle of rehearsal.
I wouldn't have come if I had no business here. How low Takara Productions has fallen. I only permitted this farce because Inoue begged me. Rise Kujikawa, don't tell me that you intend to put these children on a stage. They're barely at the level of a school performance.
I think I explained before, but we have the organizers' approval for my friends to come on stage with me. My fans are cheering for us, and my agency made the call that this will be a good way to push my name.
Yes, I'm sure your fans would say that. Though I'm curious to know what the fans of the other idols, who have no interest in Rise Kujikawa, would think of it. My apologies. I retract the question. It's useless asking you anyway, as you're nothing but a pretty face.
Nothing but... That's just rude!
What good can come of complaining to a plastic dress-up doll?
Wow.
Your puppet masters are the ones who should know their place. That would be Inoue, or in fact, Takura Productions as a whole.
What?
Outrage flashes across Rize's face, and the room is suddenly tense. This could get ugly. This producer, Oshimizu, some of what she's saying is correct, but it isn't something we'll take lying down. It's not just Rize. Even though we can keep a better handle on our emotions, Naoto and I are feeling that same anger. Before Rize has the chance for an outburst, I step forward and make calm eye contact with Miss Oshimizu.
Senpai!
Let's say... Okay, pretty consistently, we'll go ahead, keep it positive, and say, we'll pull it off.
We'll get it done. All of us. I hope you'll see.
Oh, I will. You can count on that. I don't intend to compromise on quality, even if I must work with amateurs. No event that I produce will feature any perfunctory performances. Practice until you drop. You're free to make a fool of yourself in here, but no mistakes will be tolerated on stage.
Miss Oshimizu makes her brief speech in the same curt tone, unfazed by my gaze, and then turns on her heel, heading for the door. No wonder she's risen so high in the world of show business. Though a part of me is impressed, I squash that feeling and continue staring at her as she walks away.
Then again, it could be that your moment in the spotlight will be removed entirely. Rise Kujikawa, depending on what happens, I may have you pair up with Kanami at LMB. The new set list will be released tomorrow. Once it's settled which way we'll go, I'll contact Inoue about our decision.
Huh? Wait, what? I don't understand what you're talking about!
You don't need to understand. Just do what you're told. I've already discussed this with Takura Productions. If we go that direction, then your friend's presence won't be required.
Excuse me, but our friends will be here tomorrow, and they're traveling quite a distance just to perform at this festival.
My sincerest apologies for that. We'll have seats reserved so that they may enjoy the concert.
Miss Oshimizu abruptly exits, leaving us in shock. What's going on here? I'm struggling to grasp what just happened. We won't be performing? Naoto must be thinking the same thing. When I meet her eyes, she looks as bewildered as I am. I did all that practice for nothing?
I'm gonna go have a talk with Inoue-san about this.
Rise-san, she's gone. What's going on here?
We'll have to
What
wait.
we can do is wait and see for now. Once Rise gets back, let's ask her if she learned anything.
Yes, you're right. I just hope she doesn't do anything reckless. Rise-san?
It isn't Rize at the door, but a strangely familiar girl. Where have I seen her before? Right, she's the girl I saw earlier in the hallway. The one who had quite a nasty faceplant.
Excuse me.
I don't know why it took them so long to recognize her. Like, I think you remember someone when they use a waxed floor as a slip and slide.
She left a moment ago.
Seeing Naoto look to me for confirmation, I nod to the girl before us in assurance. More importantly, I had forgotten to ask earlier, but I hope she didn't hurt herself too badly when she tripped.
Oh, okay. Oh man, what am I gonna do?
Excuse me, but you are?
Senpai, you're not gonna... Huh? Kanami, what are you doing here?
Oh, huh.
Oh, it's Rise-senpai. Way too long time no see.
After Rize bursts through the door, the girl greets her cheerfully as if they know each other. This place is a showbiz office, so it's only natural that Rize's acquaintances would be here. However, we're caught a bit off guard. And I think Rize called this girl Kanami just a moment ago. Wait, is she really...
Sorry, Rise, but can you explain to us what's going on here?
Oh, right. Let me introduce you guys. This is Kanami Mashita, lead member of Kanami Kitchen.
Kanami-san? Wait, the same one who was in that video?
Surprised? Kanami's like this whenever she's not on camera. She's all reserved and boring looking. It's a lot different than her image when she's on the job.
Okay, pretty harsh to say
And
that
that's
right in
simply
front
how
of
it
her.
works, but she seems like a completely different person.
I get that a lot.
She really does seem completely different. It's hard to believe that this Kanami-san is the same as the Kanami-san in that video. Still, now's not the time for that. We need to hear what Rize's come back to tell us. I sort out my thoughts and take a deep breath before looking to Rize.
That aside, Rise, what were you about to say before?
Oh, right. I couldn't find Inoue-san, but I overheard something weird.
Weird, you say?
Yeah. Have you heard anything, Kanami? About Nozomi and the others disappearing?
Disappeared? The Kanami Kitchen girls?
Yeah. Looks like they can't get a hold of them at all, and everyone's running around looking for them. I bet that's why Miss Ochimizu said those things earlier.
Rize's revelation is enough to shock us all into brief silence. They can't get in contact with the members of Kanami and Kenshin? We just met them this afternoon. I see. That must have been the reason Inoue-san asked me earlier if I had seen them. And then there's Miss Oshimizu. This would explain why she suddenly ordered Rize to pair with Kanami-san, and why she told us that we may not be performing. At that moment, everything connects. Next to me, Naoto rests her hand against her chin thoughtfully, as if making deductions.
I see.
Okay,
they
I'm
remain
guessing they
missing
got
until
sucked
the day
into
of
the
the
TV,
festival.
and they were the
There'll be an
idols
opening
on
in the
that
lineup.
video
Miss
that
Ochimizu,
they was in the
worried about
cutscene
this
at the end of
possibility,
yesterday.
mentioned her suggestion about Rise-san and Kanami-san performing as a pair.
But we just saw those girls this afternoon. Would the producer go to those links just because she lost contact with the group for a few hours?
Probably.
This is showbiz,
This
baby.
is
It moves
Miss
fast.
Ochimizu we're talking about. I know about that discussion already. Ms. Ochimizu told me it'll work out as long as you're around. Still, I can't help but worry about them. That's why I was looking for Ms. Ochimizu.
It'll work out. But they're the rest of your own group. And not only that, they're well-known celebrities. What if they've gotten swept up in something serious?
I don't know. But she said she'll keep a lid on this until the festival's over.
Wha- Is that what she thinks of us? Idols aren't toys that can be replaced.
If this truly is a case of them going missing, there are a number of measures we can take. First, let's speak with the event organizers and have them file a missing persons report with the police. After that...
Hold on a moment.
Rize and Naoto look at me in surprise at my suddenly halting... Oh, at my suddenly halting the conversation. Please don't give me that look. Rize's anger and Naoto's precautions are both justified. I've learned these past few months that the showbiz world can be pretty cold, but this is something different. As far as we can tell, 4 girls have gone missing. This sounds like a case. However, we need more information. I look to Kanami-san and ask the question on my mind.
Kanami-san, when did they lose contact with the rest of the group?
Huh? Not too long ago, I think. I only heard about it from Ms. Ochimizu a moment ago.
Like I said, we met them just this afternoon. Even if we went to the police with this, I doubt they'd pay us any mind. Plus, if this doesn't turn out to be anything serious, wouldn't it put the girls in a bad position?
Oh, yeah, that's true. You're right. I gave Inoue-san a real scare a while back myself, but even then he waited quite a while before going to the police. If he had reported me missing at the time, it could have snowballed into a much bigger problem.
Oh, same here. One time I slept through a day off I finally got, and even through the day after that. My agency apologized to our partners and said I'd been laid up with a cold. All that oversleeping gave me such a headache.
That's not as serious as the situation here. But you, Senpai, may have a point. Well then, why don't we do this? If no one has heard from the rest of the group by tomorrow, we'll go ask the organizers to take the necessary steps. And if they refuse to make a move, then we'll take things into our own hands and notify the police directly.
That sounds reasonable. Yosuke and the others will be here tomorrow too, along with Dojima-san.
I have a lot of reasons for holding off on doing anything drastic until tomorrow, but this is the main reason. Ryotaro Dojima, my uncle from Inaba, will be coming here tomorrow along with his daughter, Nanako. Oh, nice, we're gonna get to see Nanako again. He might be on vacation, but my uncle is a working police detective. For a case like this, I'm sure he'd be the best person to go to for advice.
So, even if the police are out of the question, Dojima-san might hear us out. Good call, Senpai. You're so smart.
I mean, was there any doubt? Rise clasps her hands in front of her chest, a bit melodramatically, while Naoto nods as if to hide her satisfied smile. What a nostalgic feeling. I can easily tell what they're feeling by their reactions. That's when I notice, in the corner of my eye, Kanami-san is staring, dumbfounded, unable to join in on our conversation.
Whoa. You all get along so well. That's so neat.
We've been through a lot together, that's all. Like we all became close friends before we knew it.
Close friends.
Come on, Kanami. No spacing out now. You're helping out too, okay?
Huh? Wait, really? You'll let me join you?
And why wouldn't we? You came looking for Miss Ochimizu because you were worried about the others, no? Wouldn't that make your goal the same as ours?
We won't force you, though. You decide what's best for you, Kanami-san.
What's best for me? Well, I feel the same as you guys. I'm worried about them.
Then you're already one of us. You're part of our circle.
Hooray! I made some friends!
Let's meet up again once the others get here
Pretty
tomorrow.
smooth.
Oh, but you have work, right, Kanami? Well, if anything comes up, I'll make sure to email you.
Oh, right!
You know, Kanami, you need to stop waiting for other people to speak first. You're an idol. Assert yourself more. People only think shyness is cute for so long.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Such a harsh world they live in.
Alright, it's pretty late, so let's call it a night.
I'm sure Naoto-kun wants to freshen up too, so... Senpai, we're gonna ask you to stay in the room next door for a little while. Let's meet back here in a bit.
I have an early morning tomorrow, so I'll be excusing myself. I just have to sleep in the nap room.
Gotcha. Let's get to it, everyone.
We nod at Rize's words and each go our separate ways. I need to freshen up and wait for Rize and Naoto to finish changing, so I take my things and head to the room next door we're using. Still, I'm worried. Kanami Kitchen's members' whereabouts are unknown. What could have happened to them? I think I made a pretty good prediction so far. After getting ready to leave and killing enough time for Rize and Naoto to go change, I return to the studio and find the door ajar. I guess they finished getting ready to go. I take a quick glance inside, just to be safe, and see them standing around their belongings, lost in conversation. Looks like I may have made them wait instead.
As much as I hate to admit it, once she
Why does
became
he do
the
a quick
producer,
glance to
Kanami
make sure it's
immediately
safe?
started
I feel like
taking
a knock on the door or announcing
Sorry
yourself
for the wait.
is the
You both done?
appropriate way to
Oh.
play it safe.
Were you talking about Miss Ochimizu?
Oh, Senpai, are you ready to go? Yep, we're talking about her. She's always like that, so even though she's legit, everyone calls her corrupt. They say she's the worst producer ever. She overworks her idols and makes shameless cash grabs from the fans. Some go so far as
But
to
that's
call her
supposed to
a
be the
demon or a
opposite of what
money
they're
grubber,
doing.
including fans of the idols she's produced. When she started with Kanami in Kitchen, she had footage shown on TV of her forcing impossible demands on those girls.
I see. So by showing images of them being abused as they earnestly pursued their dreams, it would only encourage the audience to cheer them on out of sympathy.
Exactly! That's the kind of thing she's good at. But doesn't it seem like cheating? Plus, if it really was all an act, I might respect it. But she's exactly the same when the cameras aren't rolling, so sometimes I seriously wonder if she's not faking it.
Having been on the receiving end, I can see why you'd think so.
Right? She always makes us do insane things without running them by us. I wish she'd think about the people who actually have to do that stuff.
Say, what's she up
What
to?
about LMB? Do you think Miss Ochimizu is scheming something with that?
I don't know. What if Kanami in Kitchen going missing is another one of Miss Ochimizu's promotional tactics?
I hadn't considered that possibility.
Wait, scratch that idea. Even Miss Ochimizu wouldn't go that far, I think.
I see. By the by, there's something I'd like to mention which may have no bearing on this case. I heard an odd rumor regarding the festival.
An odd rumor?
Yes. If you go to the festival website at midnight, it plays an unusual video. The video shows an idol known to be dead dancing in it. Those who watch the video to the end are taken away to the other side and never awaken. Or so the rumor goes.
Whoa, Naoto-kun! Where is this coming from?
I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to scare you. Of course, I don't believe this tall tale about some dead idol. Not one bit.
I mean, we went through the Midnight Channel and like the TV world. I don't feel like this is a
Naoto-kun,
far-fetched
you're scared,
concept
huh?
anymore.
Yes, but that isn't important. I didn't bring this up to talk about that.
Rize and I can't help but exchange looks at Naoto's inability to hide her anxiety. Still, she's right. Now's not the time to be worrying about something like that.
Go on, Naoto.
Yes, anyway.
But yeah, that reminds me of
there's
X-Files,
something
where
that
like
disturbs
every
me about this
episode,
rumor.
Mulder's like, "Oh, come on."
What's that?
Or Scully
Well,
is always like,
doesn't it seem a bit
"Really? You
similar
think
to
this
our
is
prior
extraterrestrial?" It's like, it's
When
like
you look at
been
a
5
switched-off
seasons of
TV at
chaos
midnight
every
on a rainy
episode. I don't know
day,
why you're still
you'll see your
shocked that
soulmate.
at the idea that
You're talking
something
about the Midnight
unusual
Channel.
can exist. The Midnight Channel, the cause behind the mystery we were faced with when we were still just ordinary high school students. A world within TVs, the monsters called shadows lurking there, and an enigmatic serial murder case centered in the town of Inaba. All the memories of last year flash through my mind in an instant. A sudden chill runs down my spine. We await Naoto's next words, our growing unease justified for once.
Of course, it's hard to say how much we can trust these sorts of rumors. On the other hand, this particular rumor has some troubling aspects to it.
Such as?
There have been genuine victims, and their numbers have been rapidly increasing. Though naturally, there's no proven correlation between the victims and the rumor. It's quite possible that the rumor sprung up in reaction to the victims. But it's a fact that a good handful of people are in a comatose state right now.
A coma?
Seriously? I never heard about that. Hey, is something like before happening again?
Is this another case with another world? That's what Rize's probably trying to ask. I was wondering the same thing myself, but Naoto shakes her head in response to Rize's question.
There's no knowing whether this is a case yet or not. I only briefly heard about it the other day during work. I was going to look into it, and if it did turn out to be connected to that case, I thought it might be necessary for me to consult everyone about it.
The LMB website at midnight, huh?
Offhand, I glanced towards the clock, high on the studio wall. 11:58 p.m., almost midnight. If I pointed it out, at the very least, the three of us here could check the truth behind the rumor, but... I mean, I think it's worth looking into.
It's almost midnight. Why don't we check it out for ourselves?
I knew you'd say that. In all honesty, I doubt that this rumor has anything to do with the disappearances. But all the same, it may be faster to get to the bottom of this rumor ourselves.
Wait, you want us to look at it right here, right now? Geez, fine. But we're all gonna look at it together. Senpai, you come over here. Naoto-kun, you're over there. And whatever happens, no running away, okay? Let's see. Love meets bonds. Oh, here it is, the official LMB site.
Rize taps her cell phone's touchscreen. The LMB Fest website comes up. Set lists, ticket details, participating artists, several topics and details have been added, but the website seems mostly unchanged from other times we've checked it.
The site appears to be operating normally.
See? Nothing's coming up. That rumor has to be fake.
I check the clock on the wall again and see that's now a minute before midnight. I just hope nothing unusual happens.
Wait, what is this?
Rize's voice pulls me back to the phone's screen. I see something completely new being displayed. Crackling static fills the screen and an eerie light flickers. Countless shadows sway in the visual noise, just barely visible.
They do look like human silhouettes. And they seem to be dancing, don't they?
Okay, pretty eerie.
That's all of it.
This has to be just a prank. I'm gonna check with the admins about this. Oh, or it's part of Miss Ochimizu's PR. I bet she spread that weird rumor to get Kanami's group to sell more.
That's when I notice it, just on the edge of hearing. What was that? I concentrate, trying to figure out what that sound was. If it's just us here, I can't have heard something that unusual, right?
What's the matter, Senpai? Did you hear something just now?
I mean, it's weird that's an option to be like, you imagined it, after I'm like, that was a weird noise, and then have someone else confirm it. But let's go ahead and say I did.
I heard it too.
No way. So it wasn't just me?
A voice?
What is that?
I followed Naoto's gaze and noticed an eerie light swaying near the studio ceiling. Like a fog machine or a stage pyrotechnic effect. It's lit up by a strange light. It's as if it's looking down upon us.
Come, Risei Kujikawa. I've prepared a place just for you.
Who are you? How do you know my...
I mean, I feel like that could be a pretty good light show for the performance. Huh. Okay. So I think that's the end of another chapter, so seems like a pretty good place to call it. We'll end it here for today, and then carry on tomorrow and see what this mysterious world that we got transported to is. But for now, that's going to wrap up the gameplay portion for today, and bring us on to Shuffle Time. Alright, today's card is the Sun Arcana in the upright position. So this is the card that's represented by Yumi in the Persona 4 Golden playthrough. So let's go ahead and see what Fate has in store for us today. The Sun card represents success, abundance, and radiance. Like the sun itself, it gives strength and vitality to all those that are lucky enough to feel its rays. There is much joy and happiness that is coming to you. Because of your own personal fulfillment, you provide others with inspiration and joy as well. People are drawn to you because they are capable of seeing the warm and beautiful energy which you bring into their lives. You are also in a position in which you are capable of sharing your qualities as well as achievements with other people. You radiate love and affection towards those you care about the most. The card shows that you have a significant sense of deserved confidence right now. Life is currently particularly good, and the sun is shining your way as you reach the goals that you set. The sun is one of the cards in the tarot which provide nothing but good feelings and fulfillment. Okay. Definitely nice to have a just overall good news card. There's like no negatives. It's not anything that's like you gotta have to like do some stuff, but it'll work out okay. It's just like, nope, everything's going pretty well. So that's gonna be another card down and another day done. So that's gonna wrap it up for today's episode. And hopefully tomorrow I'll be less burdened by my allergies and a bit more energetic, and you know, I'll also do some tweaking with the setup. I think as I'm clicking through the different prompts, you can hear the button click each time. So I'm going to look into if there's some way to not make that an issue. And also, if we could really automate have the, like, auto forward to where, like, when the voice line ends, it goes to the next one. So I'm not having to manually do that every time. But also not have to, like, rapidly read this, like, the pages of text before they disappear. But I'll look into it, and tomorrow we'll see if I made any progress. But feel free to subscribe if you'd like to follow along with the journey and continue seeing the rest of the story of Persona 4, Dancing All Night, and then pick up with the ending of Persona 4 Golden. But either way, thanks for watching. I truly appreciate it. I'll see you guys tomorrow.